What's going on, guys? Your boy Mason. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, I wanted to go over a more free-to-play friendly comp that I think you guys could be running on the Ratatoskr Demonic Beast that you might want to actually try, guys, and see if you can clear the floors 1 and 2. In this video, I do showcase mainly the floor 1 with this team, but I know the team is definitely possible at clearing the floor 2. It's going to take a bunch of attempts to actually get it done, guys. So before we actually hop into the video, make sure to subscribe to your boy Amazing. We are on the road to the 50,000 subscribers. If you guys enjoy videos like this, man, I definitely do appreciate the support on the channel. And with that out of the way, let's hop in and let's go over the team we're going to be using here and how I actually went about the floor 1. So in this video, guys, we are rocking red mono and green Demon Hendrickson. Now, with the Valenti release and her being a character that's going to be coming out, guys, I do think that running, characters like these is still going to be an option if you don't pull for the new Valenti, and let's say you don't have Merlin and you don't have Jelly King. This can be a pretty good option in terms of replacing those characters. Now, we are still running LR Elizabeth and we are still running Demon King Meliodas, but the main two that do change is going to be Merlin for mono, and then instead of Jelly King, we actually do have Demon Hendrickson. So for the actual gear here, guys, and the actual artifact card support, we decided to run critical defense on mono and Demon Hendrickson just because they're not going to have like a ton of critical defense anyway. And so, having that critical defense increase is going to make it so that when they do get crit, they're going to be tanking it a lot better. If they're not getting crit, then they're not getting crit, and that's still a W for us. For Meliodas, we are running attack critical resistance on him, and then on Elizabeth, we are running double defense, crit resistance as well, guys. And then, again, the rolls for the crit resistance are crit resistance, and then for the critical defense as well, so you guys can see that right there. Alright, and then for the artifact card support, guys, we do have the basic stat card set, which is going to give 10% basic stats regardless of the team we're running. It's also going to give us immunity to freeze, but we're not going to really see that in Ratatoskr as it doesn't really affect us in the fight. Alright, guys, so hopping into the run here, this is the exact team that I showed you guys on the actual game. Let's actually show you guys the video clip here of me getting the clear, man. Ratatoskr Demonic Beast is definitely doable with a lot of different variants, guys. And if you have this set up on your team, you can definitely get this job done, and with very little effort as well, which is really nice. So yeah, rocking the team right there. We're going to hop in and I'm going to show you guys exactly how you want to go about it. Now, one thing you guys might be wondering is that Amazing, even though you do have 3 range skills, how are you going to be able to apply bleed? Now, we do have bleed through mono's ultimate as a melee bleed, even though Hendrickson does have ranged bleed. And the thing is with that is that because we do have that setup, technically this team could do a floor 2 clear as well. I don't think the team could do a floor 3 though, but I definitely do think a floor 2 is possible. But in this video, I only did the floor 1 clear, guys. But yeah, right there, we do actually send him to the left by using the shock, and then we're going to send him to the right using the bleed, and then back to the middle with poison. And you guys remember exactly how we were able to do that, and that's going to be the way that we're able to pretty much cycle them throughout the fight. Now, on this first phase right here, the way we pretty much go about it is just keep moving him, and it's actually going to lower his max HP. And another thing with that as well is that we have to damage him as he's moving around so that we're able to kill him and then move on to the next phase. And yeah, I mean, it's not too much of an issue really, guys. Overall, I've had very little issue going throughout the fight, and as long as you know how to move him left, right, and middle, you guys will be completely fine. If you haven't checked out my Google document that I did make for the Ratatoskr guide, I definitely will link that in the description for anyone wondering, and it does explain mechanics. It is more centered around the Merlin Jelly King comp, but it would still definitely help you guys in terms of teaching you what the mechanics are of the fight. So right here, Elizabeth is getting targeted and attacked. That's completely fine. We do have another Elizabeth attack card as well, and that's going to be really nice for moving us into that next phase. Now, on this turn right here, I'm like, okay, let's do the Elizabeth ultimate. Let's do the mono poison card because that's going to send him back to the middle. We do DK melee AoE, and then I'm going to do the Elizabeth AoE to make sure that we pretty much full heal, right? And also cycle the ultimate back as well, which is going to be very, very good in the fight. So yeah, right there, we do the AoE, we follow up with the attack with Elizabeth, but we do not kill right there, guys, and we actually do get dissolved, so that is a little bit of an issue, but because we did top deck a lot of these Elizabeth cards right there, we're actually in a fairly good position. And so, yeah, we do actually HP lower him because we did move him left, right, middle, and that actually does HP lower. Now, we are going to cleanse that debuff right there, and I'm like, okay, Elizabeth with an attack card once with her is actually going to move us into the next phase easily. So, I actually do that right there. I merge the Elizabeth cards, and because we actually do kill with this attack card, the heal from Elizabeth is gonna be like a crazy heal, guys. That's like 5 million damage. We heal the entire team back to full HP. So that's kind of like a way you can like kind of cheese it. Let's say you don't get an Elizabeth ultimate. If you finish off with that attack card, that's a full heal right there, guys. Very, very nice. So yeah, right there, Mono's ultimate, remember, is a bleed card, so that actually will allow us to move him to the right. And, you know, the left will be by using the shock, and then, yeah, when we move him back to the middle, that's going to be with the poison, right? So, that's going to be the way we want to go about it. Alright, so yeah, right there we do the Elizabeth attack card, follow up with Meliodas, and remember, this is the phase, guys, where he gets a ton of blue buffs if we attack these side stumps, right? So whenever we're damaging the stumps, we're actually going to be giving him a blue buff, and we definitely don't want that to happen, right? So that is definitely something you don't want to see being a thing. Alrighty, guys, so right there we are taking AoE damage from the rat, and then he is going to go for these single targets onto Elizabeth. We are completely fine taking that damage, and remember, as I mentioned, that we want to pretty much not be attacking these stumps as much as possible. We want to be damaging the rat himself to be able to move into the next phase and then deal with that as well. So what I actually do on this phase here, guys, is actually do apply the debuff with Mono with that poison, and actually do the Elizabeth ultimate. I do the Hendrickson ultimate as well because it does a good chunk of damage, and remember, it is weak point as well, and the Demon King melee ultimate, and that's actually going to finish off this phase, and we can move it into the final phase where we need to move him you know, right, and then left, and then back to the middle. In that order, if we're able to do that, then we can actually remove the damage reduction. So right there we drop the ultimate with Hendrickson, and that's going to allow us to move into the phase 3. We do get the critical damage passive, which is not the greatest, and if you were to try to do a floor 2 clear, you would definitely want to reroll your passive right there. But, you know, again, guys, it would take a while to actually get a run on the floor 2, so I decided that the floor 1 is going to be, for the most part, what a lot of you guys want to see get done anyway, because if you are struggling with, you know, just clearing the fight, floor 1 you'll definitely be able to do with this team, and it is free play friendly in that sense. So yeah, right there we do the shock, which is going to put him to the left, guys. We have the ultimate with Mono, which is bleed, which means we can send him to the right, and then we'll have to do the poison card whenever we do get a top deck to send him back to the middle, which would actually remove the damage reduction. And so if you have a character that has a you know, bleed on the ultimate or poison or shock, that pretty much bypasses going, you know, with a range or melee skill. So if you have that scenario where you have that type of skill, then you actually can bypass that and you'll be completely fine. So right there, I actually do drop the Mono ultimate into the boss, and that's going to send him to the far right. And then we do the Elizabeth ultimate, you know, Elizabeth buff card that's going to keep us full health. I actually a lot of Elizabeth cards on this phase, guys, and we really didn't need that many. So I actually decided to waste, you know, the double buff card right there just because we had so many in our hand, and it just wasn't worth holding on to it, right? So yeah, right here, we actually do not get the poison top deck, guys, and this does become an issue because the longer you stay on a slot like that where you can't move him, he actually will seal all your stuff again, and it can become very annoying. So right here, the rat is going to stun my DK melee, but my DK melee will be able to cleanse that. Now, the next turn there, I pretty much have to get poison card here, or we actually lose the fight. And, you know, that was something that I was kind of banking on at this point in the fight. What you could do is if on the second phase, you're able to get that poison and you're able to kind of save it for the final phase, that could be really nice too. But that's kind of the idea though, guys. You want to save one of each skill if possible, because as you guys see right there, we're not going to be able to apply the debuff on him, and we're actually going to get debuffed on our own, which is definitely going to affect us. So as you guys will see here, it reapplies it. We do actually get the top deck on the poison, which is good. Regardless, I actually wouldn't have been able to ult with my bleed as well, because he does steal your ultimate. So you need to get those top decks sometimes if you're not able to just get the regular skill available. So yeah, right there. Yeah, so we do actually get ultimate sealed and attack sealed, and so right there I'm like, okay, let's waste the poison card, moving back to the middle. That's going to remove the damage cap, and then starting from the next turn and the turn after that, we actually should be able to go for the kill, guys. So right there, we do waste that skill. That is going to remove the attack seal and the ultimate move seal as well. That actually does also remove the damage reduction that he has, so that we're able to actually get the kill on the phase. And so now we just got to focus down the Ratatoskr while moving him around, guys, because now the damage cap is completely gone, and we're able to actually kill him wherever he's on, depending on the stump. It actually doesn't matter anymore, and we want to make sure that we're able to, you know, just do a good chunk of damage every single turn while moving him. So what I actually do here is I do the DK melee ult, I do the Elizabeth ult, I do the Elizabeth attack card, and I actually actually do go for the shock to send him to the left, I think it was, yeah. Because I saw there that I did have a mono ultimate, and I was thinking of doing that as well, but I thought maybe next turn, we can, you know, kind of combo that weak point ultimate that I have with Henderson. After using that mono ultimate, that's going to do a ton of damage as well. So I thought that was a pretty good way to get some extra damage in. And Henderson is able to do a good chunk, guys. It's actually, like, surprisingly good. I was definitely very shocked. So yeah, right there, we do move him to the left. That means he is immune to the ranged skills. We actually have to use melee. And so now on this phase, when he's on that little left slot right there, we actually have to make sure we kill him with these melee skills or using ultimates. And so what we do here is we ult with Elizabeth, guys. And then I follow up with the ults with Hendrickson and, you know, Mono right there. And then DK melee single targets are actually going to finish off the fight. So fairly straightforward for the most part. As long as you get the RNG you really need, you'll be in a pretty good position to be able to beat this fight, guys. And I don't think you'll have too many issues overall. The only thing that can really you know, hinder your run here is just not getting the card top decks that you need on this phase. I think is literally the only issue you could probably have going throughout this fight. But other than that, you shouldn't have too many issues there, guys. So that is pretty much the strategy right there, and actually how to clear floor 1 with this free-to-play friendly team. I hope you guys do enjoy, man. That is the strategy right there. So bleed ultimate, Henderson ultimate is going to do damage cap, its weak points, triple damage. Boom, look at that, 498,000 damage, and then melee single target off the Elizabeth full heal. We actually do finish it off, guys, because he does have, I think it's a 40% damage cap as well. So there we go, guys. That is the Ratatoskr floor 1 clear using no Jelly King, no Merlin, a free-to-play friendly strategy that you guys can use, man. So that is going to be all for the video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video, man. Peace out and have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.